Hello fans, welcome to Man Utd Transfer HQ. Stay updated with the latest transfer gossip and breaking news.
Our first news is game over for Man United dressing room problem as Amorim makes urgent sale demand. Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim has reportedly had enough of Alejandro Garnacho and wants the Argentina winger, who is causing problems in the dressing room, sold as quickly as possible, while his most likely destination has also emerged. It's been a season to forget at Old Trafford, with the Red Devils struggling to lift themselves into the top half of the table and currently lurking in 14th place. And while the appointment of Amorim as manager has failed to spark Manchester United into life, the club did at least manage to claim a 10th win in 23 games of the Portuguese's reign on Wednesday night as they laboured to a 3-2 win over Ipswich. A defeat in the game could have thrust United into a potential relegation dogfight, an unthinkable scenario given both their history in the competition and the fortunes they have spent on players in recent years. However, while the victory did move them a comforting 15 points clear of safety, not all was well in the United camp, with wing star Garnacho reacting angrily to being substituted and storming off down the tunnel. While Amorim offered a calm response to the situation when questioned after the game, the tantrum is the latest in a troubled spell at the club for the 20-year-old winger, whom United were very much open to selling in the January window. Now, according to reports in Spain, Amorim has made it clear to club bosses that he wants the troubled player sold at the first opportunity. As per Fichages, the Portuguese wants Garnacho out of Man United, with his attitude both on and off the field has caused him problems in the dressing room. Furthermore, it stated that Garnacho's lack of discipline and some controversial episodes have ended up exhausting the patience of the board, who are already listening to offers for him. Don't miss red circle black circle, it's not working. Bruno Fernandes issues damning assessment of Amorim's Man United philosophy. Amorim opens up on Garnacho tantrum as potential destination is named. The winger was made available for transfer during the winter window, with Napoli holding extensive talks with United over a potential deal. Chelsea were also understood to be interested, though our sources indicate they never actually made a formal approach for the 8-times capped Argentina winger. However, the Italians' interest was genuine after their sale of Kvaratskhelia to PSG, and while they could not meet United's asking price, believed to be set at €65 million, £53.7 million, $68.1 million, Antonio Conte's side are expected to re-explore a possible move in the summer. Stay tuned for more updates on Man Utd Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more Man United transfer news. Out second news is silencing his critics one game at a time. Joshua Zirkzee's redemption arc is one Man United can't afford to end this summer. Who would have imagined that after Joshua Zirkzee was brutally booed off by his own fans, sprinting down the tunnel on the verge of tears, we'd be here now. It was less than 2 months ago that the summer signing from Bologna was jeered off by a section of Manchester United supporters after he was hooked in the 33rd minute of a 2-0 defeat at the hands of Newcastle. At the time, speculation was rife that Zirkzee was on his way out of the club, with Juventus and Napoli among the parties that were keen on signing him during the January transfer window. However, if reports are to be believed, he didn't want to listen to any talk of a mid-season exit, with his primary focus being on coming good at United. True enough, he hunkered down, rolled up his sleeves and is slowly turning doubters into believers. Since the Newcastle match, Zirkzee has made 12 appearances across all competitions and has started the club's last 3 games. His and Rasmus Højlund's goal-scoring woes have been well documented this term, but what separates the two is Zirkzee's overall game. If he fails to find the back of the net, Højlund often provides very little to nothing at all. Some may argue that he's even detrimental to the team. The opposite is true when it comes to Zirkzee, who gives so much more: beautiful touches, brilliant link-up play, excellent holding up of the ball and some silky footwork. He has also demonstrated the ability to dance through opposition players, helping United get higher up the pitch. Over the past few games, especially in the number 10 role where Ruben Amorim has primarily deployed him, Zirkzee has shown very encouraging glimpses of what he can develop into. He appears rejuvenated in the area behind the striker, often roaming the pitch to get involved in the action. Perhaps his long-term future lies in midfield. He certainly has the attributes for it. Amorim himself hinted at this a week ago, as he hailed the 23-year-old's improvement. The United head coach told reporters about Zirkzee, "I think Josh is not a clear number 9, he played more as a 10, attacking midfielder. He's stronger physically, he's thinner, he's working really hard, and he plays in a better position for him. He's improving, he's winning more duels and he's even faster, you feel that in the game, and that helps to make the decision." In the 3-2 win over Ipswich Town on Wednesday, Zirkzee was superb yet again, earning rave reviews from fans and the media. By no means is he the finished product, and in truth, he's still a long way off being considered world-class. But the tools are there, and in the right environment, the sky could be the limit for the Netherlands international. Stay tuned for more updates on Man Utd Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe. Our third news is Manchester United plotting to hijack Newcastle's deal for Burnley goalkeeper James Trafford. Manchester United could reportedly make an attempt to leapfrog Premier League rivals Newcastle to the signing of Burnley goalkeeper James Trafford. United may be forced to dip into the market for a new reliable goalkeeper amidst uncertainty over the future of Andre Onana under Ruben Amorim. Like many of his teammates, Onana has endured a tumultuous season, but his errors, some of which have dearly cost United, have intensified over the past few weeks. During Wednesday's 3-2 win over Ipswich Town, the Cameroonian was arguably at fault for all 2 goals his side conceded. Just 4 minutes into the match, Onana came rushing out of his line, as Patrick Dorgu ran towards him, and as the defender nudged the ball towards where he expected Onana to be, it gifted Jadon Philogene with an easy tap-in. Moments before the break, Philogene drew the tractor boys level, as his cross slipped past Onana, the keeper wrong-footed by a Liam Delap run. A recent report covered by the People's Person relayed that Onana's future at Old Trafford is hanging in the balance. The Red Devils have been linked to a number of potential replacements for him, including Joan Garcia, Espanyol, Bart Verbruggen, Brighton and Hove Albion, John Victor, Botafogo, and Sen Lamens, Royal Antwerp, just to mention a few names. It's believed that Newcastle have been working on a deal for Trafford, having scouted him multiple times, but United are prepared to leapfrog them to the front of the queue to his signature. According to GMS, Ruben Amorim is growing increasingly frustrated with Onana's errors, leading to there being a possibility of a swoop for Trafford. Manchester United could hijack Newcastle's move for Trafford when the transfer window reopens for business in the summer, according to GMS sources, and they may attempt to sweeten the deal by making it clear that he would have the opportunity to make himself Amorim's first-choice option between the sticks. His admirers at St. James Park have become increasingly confident of being able to get the deal over the line following a lengthy pursuit. But, in a significant twist, GMS sources have been informed that Manchester United have refused to rule out the possibility of frustrating Newcastle by reigniting negotiations for Trafford's services after they initially showed interest when he suffered relegation to the Championship last year. GMS sources have been told that Manchester United could still take advantage of a window of opportunity to make a move for Trafford if they decide to look more intensely at their options, despite Newcastle appearing to be making progress in their attempts to lure him to St. James Park ahead of next term. Stay tuned for more updates on Man Utd Transfer HQ, transfer moves, player signings, and latest news. Don't miss subscribe for more Man United transfer news. Our last news is much has been made in the aftermath of Manchester United's narrow win over Ipswich Town of the current goalkeeping situation Ruben Amorim is faced with at Old Trafford. Andre Onana's catalogue of errors welcomed 2 new entries, with Jadon Philogene scoring his 2 first Premier League goals courtesy of 2 mistakes. It leaves United with a huge question mark over their current number 1 going into the transfer window. Since the 2 mistakes against Ipswich, United have been linked with a couple of goalkeepers. Unfortunately for them, other clubs around Europe are going to be active in the market to sign a new goalkeeper, a similar situation with strikers. So with that in mind, Men's Sport looks at the latest transfer news and gossip in the goalkeeper department. Every top team in European football is desperate to have a world beater between the sticks, and for United, that could be the case in the summer. Doubts over Andre Onana presented themselves once again on Wednesday, and links to replacements have emerged. According to GivenSport, United are eyeing up a move for Burnley goalkeeper James Trafford in the summer, but they face competition from Newcastle. Valued at £30 million by the Championship side, Trafford is said to be one of the goalkeepers on United's radar, and a move isn't being ruled out. Men Sport says, Trafford is making the right headlines this season with his clean sheet record in the Championship. United will do well to remember how poor the Englishman was in the Premier League last season, so it's fair to say he isn't the answer. Onana is better than Trafford. I don't think that's up for debate, so selling their current goalkeeper to save money would make little sense. Newcastle is the right move for Trafford, but United should steer well clear. Another goalkeeper linked with a move to Old Trafford is Espanyol's Joan Garcia. The Spaniard was linked with a move to Arsenal last summer, but Mikel Arteta opted to sign Neto from Bournemouth as David Raya's backup. Reports this week have suggested that United have joined the race to sign Garcia. It's claimed the goalkeeper has a £25 million release clause in his contract, but sporting director Fran Garrigarza has claimed the club may accept offers below that. If an offer comes close to the clause, we won't say no, he said. But if it's €8 million, that would be a bad sale. He added, in the summer, if a club meets the clause, then it's done. But if it's just below, we can discuss it. Men Sport says, now a move for Garcia is one that makes much more sense. If United could sign him for less than £25 million, with the potential for him to become the new number one next season, it would be a great deal. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Man United Transfer HQ, and turn on notifications so you're always in the loop with the latest transfer news and rumors. One more thing, what are your thoughts on these updates?